Divine Feminine, listen closely. Something powerful is happening behind the scenes of this connection. You may not be able to see it yet with your eyes, but your soul already knows. December didn't come to repeat the past or to challenge your heart again the way November did. December arrives with recognition, with awakening, with truth coming to the surface. And this truth is transforming the divine masculine in ways even he didn't expect. For a long time, he tried to make sense of the connection through logic. He tried to categorize what he felt for you as attraction, fascination, or phase. He told himself that he could walk away whenever he wanted. He convinced himself he was in control. But the reality is that he never stopped feeling you. He never stopped being pulled by the energy that ties your hearts. He never stopped dreaming of you. And now, in December, something inside him is waking up and telling him what his soul has always known. You are not just someone special to him. You are the one, his counterpart, his mirror, his home. He is beginning to recognize that no matter how far he runs, the bond brings him back. No matter how much he tries to numb it, the feeling rises again. No matter how deeply he buries his heart, it still calls your name. December strips away his excuses, one by one. The defenses he built are cracking. The walls around his heart are not protecting him anymore. They are suffocating him. Silence no longer gives him peace. Distance no longer feels safe. You are the truth that every lie he told himself is collapsing under. This is not just emotional recognition. It is spiritual realization. His soul remembers you. His heart remembers you. And now his mind is finally catching up. He looks at his life and sees that nothing has ever compared to what he felt with you. No connection ever reached him the way you do. No love ever forced him to grow the way this one does. And he is starting to understand why. You were never meant to be temporary. You were never meant to leave his story. You were meant to transform it. You are the part missing from every dream he never allowed himself to chase. The future he kept avoiding because he didn't think he was ready. The destiny he slowed down because he feared he would fail. But December brings a new vibration, one where the fear of losing you becomes stronger than the fear of loving you. He feels you differently now. He looks back at everything that happened between you and sees meaning where before he saw confusion. He sees destiny where before he saw coincidence. He feels purpose where before he felt chaos. This recognition is not loud or dramatic at first. It begins quietly, a thought that refuses to go away, a memory that keeps returning, a longing that now feels like direction. But each day, it grows louder inside him until the truth becomes impossible to silence. And he begins to ask himself a different question. Not, what if I'm wrong? But, what if this is exactly what I was created for? He is realizing that the love he tried to avoid is the only thing that feels real, the only thing that makes sense, the only thing that pulls him out of the emptiness he tried to disguise as freedom. You have always known. Your heart recognized him from the beginning. But now, for the first time, he is seeing the connection with the same clarity you have carried alone for so long. He is understanding why nothing else ever worked, why no matter the distance, the bond never ended, and why he keeps returning to you in dreams, in thoughts, in energy. December is doing what every other month tried to prepare him for, awakening him to the truth of his twin flame connection. Divine Feminine, do not doubt what you feel right now. This inner shift you have sensed is not your imagination. It is the reflection of his awakening. When his soul wakes up, it calls yours, and you feel it, the pull, the heat in your chest, the knowing that something huge is coming. You are not wrong. You are entering the phase of recognition, not just from you toward him, but from him toward you. December brings revelation. It brings movement. It brings alignment. It brings truth into the light. The divine masculine is no longer wondering who you all are. He knows. And very soon you will see that knowing reach you in the physical world. Stay, breathe. Watch closely. This is the month his heart finally speaks the truth, and the truth is you. Divine Feminine, the moment December arrived, something shifted in the energetic bond between you and your masculine. You can feel it, even if nothing has physically changed yet. Your intuition knows that something is moving beneath the surface. His soul is no longer running. His heart is no longer pretending. His spirit is no longer asleep. December comes with a vibration that forces clarity, that lights up what was hiding in the shadows, and that awakens everything he tried to silence inside himself. He is becoming aware that this connection never stopped. Not when he ignored you, not when he pushed you away, not even when he convinced himself that he had moved on. He is waking up each day with a weight on his heart that has nothing to do with stress or routine. It is the weight of realization. The realization that the one thing he spent so long denying is the one thing he never truly lost. You. December brings a new kind of pressure. not the pressure of fear, but the pressure of truth. His soul is tired of carrying a love that he refuses to admit to the world. His body is tired of feeling your energy and pretending it doesn't affect him. His mind is tired of trying to control what was never meant to be controlled. He is awakening to the truth that resisting this connection has only made him feel more lost. He looks around and nothing feels right anymore. The places he used to escape to no longer give him relief. The distractions don't silence the longing. The people he used to cling to for comfort now feel distant and unfamiliar. He is seeing how empty life becomes when he rejects the one thing that makes him feel alive. The illusion of control is collapsing, and the truth is stepping forward. December is making him reflect on every moment he tried to erase, every conversation that still echoes in his mind. Every time your eyes looked into his and he felt seen in a way he never experienced before. It is as if his heart is replaying every memory and saying, "This was real. This is still real." The connection is no longer a mystery. It is the only thing that makes sense. He didn't choose this awakening consciously. His soul chose it for him. This month is not about running away. It is about confronting what has been avoided. It is about embracing what he previously feared. He is beginning to recognize that the pull he feels toward you is not just emotional, it is destiny. No matter how many detours he took, every road leads back to you. He may still appear silent on the outside, but internally, he is louder than ever. His heart is speaking, his intuition is pushing, his soul is demanding movement. Even he does not fully understand what is happening, but he knows this. He can no longer pretend that you are not his person. He can no longer treat this connection like something accidental. He can no longer ignore the voice inside him saying, "This is the one." December is the beginning of an awakening that cannot be reversed. Once the soul recognizes truth, it cannot go back to sleep. He is finally seeing that the bond he has with you is not something he'll find again. It is rare. It is sacred. It is once in a lifetime. And now, that realization is becoming stronger than his fear. Divine Feminine, you are entering the chapter where he starts to align with what you have always known. The separation was never the end. It was the preparation. And now the awakening has begun. Divine Feminine, there is a moment in every twin flame connection when the divine masculine stops questioning what this is and finally recognizes who you are to him. It doesn't usually happen in a loud, dramatic scene. It happens in the quiet, in the stillness, in the space where the mind can no longer argue against the heart. December brings that moment for him, the moment his soul steps forward and says, "This is her." For so long, he tried to rationalize the connection. He tried to convince himself that the intensity was fear, that the longing was attachment, that the bond was coincidence. But now he sees that nothing about you feels ordinary. He can't replace you because you are not something that exists outside of him. You are woven into who he is. He recognizes that the emotions he feels for you are not unstable or confusing. They are ancient, familiar, faded. There is a specific moment that hits him without warning. The realization that every version of him that tried to live without you was a version avoiding his own truth. He begins to understand that you are not just someone he met. You are someone his soul remembered. You are the connection that makes every other connection feel small. You are the feeling he never found again, no matter how many times he tried to move on. Recognition isn't just him knowing he loves you. It's him knowing this love has a purpose. He starts seeing signs more clearly. He doesn't brush them off anymore. The synchronicities get louder, perfectly timed, undeniable. A song plays and his chest tightens. A random moment reminds him of the way you laughed. He dreams of you and wakes up feeling more real than anything in his daily routine. And each time a thought strikes him, "She is my person." He begins to feel an urgency he cannot explain. Suddenly, the idea of losing you isn't a theoretical fear. It feels like a truth he refuses to let happen. The possibility that you could walk forward without him terrifies him more than vulnerability ever did. That is the shift. His fear of losing you becomes greater than his fear of loving you. In this moment of recognition, the walls around his heart begin to break. Not because he tries to tear them down, but because they are no longer strong enough to keep this love out. Everything he used to rely on, distraction, denial, pride, stops working. The connection demands honesty now. His heart refuses to be silent. His soul refuses to be ignored. Recognition changes how he sees everything. He revisits the times he walked away and feels the weight of them differently. He thinks about the moments he held back and wonders how he ever thought avoidance was protection. He feels regret rising, not to punish him, but to awaken him. He understands now that the love he feels for you does not weaken him, it awakens him. He starts to realize that all the growth he has avoided is the only path that leads back to you. And suddenly, healing stops being an option and becomes a necessity. because he knows that if he wants to stand beside you, he must rise. Divine Feminine, when he recognizes you, everything inside him shifts. His soul stops resisting, his heart stops hiding, his mind stops doubting. He sees you not as a fantasy or ideal, but as the truth that was waiting for him to be ready. This recognition isn't something that fades. It only grows stronger. And now that it has begun, the journey can no longer continue in silence. December brings the moment he finally knows. You are his twin flame. You always were. And now he is ready to accept it. How his heart breaks its own walls. Divine Feminine, the Divine Masculine did not build his walls overnight. They were formed over years of disappointment, heartbreak, abandonment, and silence. They were constructed brick by brick from every moment. He learned that vulnerability meant danger, that expressing emotions meant weakness, that loving deeply meant getting hurt. Those walls became his identity. They became the armor he trusted. He believed that if he kept his heart locked away, nothing could break it again. Until you arrived. You were the proof that love could be powerful and safe at the same time. He didn't expect to meet someone who saw through the barriers he spent so long strengthening. He didn't plan for someone who would reach places inside him he had promised never to uncover again. He didn't ask to feel everything he had buried. And yet, you awakened all of it. Not gently, but deeply. Not slowly, but permanently. And that is why he ran. Not from you, but from everything your presence required him to feel. But December brings him to a point where the walls are no longer protection. They are a prison. The silence he used as a shield is turning into a suffocating reminder that he is alone with a love he cannot shut off. He wakes up in the morning and feels that something is missing. He goes through his day and nothing truly reaches him. He looks at his own life and realizes he has been surviving, not living. The walls kept the pain out, but they kept you out too. And now that realization hurts more than anything he tried to avoid. He begins to notice the cracks, moments when his heart reacts before his mind can block it. A memory of your voice that softens him. A flash of jealousy he wasn't prepared for. A longing that pulls at his chest when he least expects. These cracks are not weaknesses. They are breakthroughs. They are signs that his heart is tired of being hidden, tired of being silenced, tired of being protected from a love that was never designed to harm him. As these walls break, shame rises, regret rises, realization rises. But something else rises too. Courage, the courage to admit that he feels more than he ever allowed himself to show. The courage to face every wound that convinced him he wasn't enough. The courage to allow himself to want you openly without apology. Breaking these walls is not an easy process. It happens slowly at first, then all at once. But it always begins with honesty, and honesty is flooding him now. There is a moment when he looks back at everything he did to keep you at a distance, and he realizes none of it worked. He still needs you. He still aches for you. He still feels connected to you in a way that no logic could ever define. He begins to understand that love does not threaten his identity. It reveals his true one. The version he has been hiding from the world and from himself emerges through this love. His heart breaks open not because it is weak, but because it has grown too strong to remain locked away. The walls are falling because they cannot stand against love anymore. His soul is claiming the right to feel. His intuition is pushing him to move. Everything inside him is calling him to step forward. What once terrified him now becomes irresistible. You are not watching him fall apart. You are watching him finally begin. Divine Feminine, he is not crumbling, he is unfolding. Every tear, every fear, every hesitation that comes up for him now is a sign that love is winning, that he is changing, that the version of him who couldn't handle this connection is dissolving, so the version who can finally emerge. His heart is breaking its own walls so that he can meet you without armor, so that he can love you without restraint, so that he can choose you with clarity. He is not the same man who pushed you away. That was his frightened self. December is helping him awaken into his true self, the one who was always meant to stand beside you. Recognition was the beginning. This breakthrough is the shift, and soon the movement will follow. Divine Feminine before a divine. Masculine comes back in the physical world. He returns in energy first. The soul moves long before the body does. And if you've been paying attention to the subtle shifts, you have already felt the signals. The pull is stronger. The connection is louder. The silence feels different, not empty, but full of anticipation. Something inside you is sensing movement approaching, even if your logical mind can't explain why. That is the first sign. Your intuition always knows before your eyes see. There is a point on the twin flame journey when the masculine can no longer hold back what he feels. He may not express it openly yet, but his energy gives him away. You start feeling his thoughts like they are brushing against your own. You wake up with a pressure in your heart at the same moment. He's thinking of you. You feel a wave of longing at the exact time his emotions are rising. The connection feels activated again, not chaotic like before, but intentional. This is his soul beginning to reach for you. Another signal happens in his dreams. When a masculine is resisting in the physical, his soul speaks through visions at night. He starts seeing your face again, talking to you, feeling the love as if it were happening right there. Those dreams stay with him. They haunt him in the gentlest way, reminding him that his truth lives in a place he can't control. And the more real the dreams feel, the harder it becomes for him to pretend during the day. He also begins to feel jealousy more intensely. It might show up quietly in the tightness of his chest when he imagines you moving on, in the frustration that catches him by surprise when he sees you shining without him. That jealousy is not possessive, it is awareness. It is the realization that your love is not guaranteed anymore, that his silence has consequences, that his hesitation could cost him the future he secretly wants. Communication signs also begin to appear. He might type a message and delete it. Visit your profile and leave quickly. Start hovering near the idea of reaching out, even if he doesn't execute it yet. His curiosity turns into concern. His concern turns into longing. Longing turns into readiness. And readiness eventually becomes action. He can feel the window of opportunity narrowing, and the fear of missing his chance pushes him closer to taking that step. You might notice physical sensations too. Random heart palpitations, a sudden warmth in your chest, butterflies without a trigger. These are not anxiety, they are energetic calls. His heart is speaking to yours. You are feeling his emotions as they rise. The connection is aligning both of you, preparing the path for reunion. The familiar signs that once brought pain now bring confirmation. He is moving, he is shifting, he is returning. Life around him also starts changing. Things he ignored now demand attention. Old karmic bonds break. Friendships that once distracted him lose meaning. The life he built on fear no longer supports him. He feels pushed away from the version of himself that ran, and pulled toward the version that chooses love. This is the universe clearing the way, not for chaos, for alignment. And while all of this unfolds, he begins to remember the truth of your presence, how safe he felt with you, how seen he was, how deeply he was understood without speaking. He realizes that nothing in the world has ever matched the feeling he gets when he thinks of you. You are the one standard no other connection could reach. And now he is done running from that truth. The biggest signal of his return is simple. The fear of love becomes smaller than the fear of losing you. That is when the divine masculine begins to move differently. That is when he chooses to show up. That is when he decides to return. Divine feminine, the signals are not random. They are the beginning of his journey back to you in the physical world. When the masculine comes back, it won't be out of confusion. It will be out of recognition, out of certainty, out of the deepest knowing he has ever felt, that his soul belongs with yours. The return is not just coming, it has already begun. Divine feminine, part of what makes your role so powerful on this journey is that your awakening always comes first. You feel the truth before he understands it. You see the connection before he accepts it. You lead energetically before he can follow physically. This is not a burden. It is your divine assignment. You prepare the foundation for the masculine to rise. You become the lighthouse that his heart will eventually stop resisting and finally return to. Your soul has always known who he is. Even during separation, even when his actions contradicted his truth, even when his silence tested every part of your faith, you felt the connection that he tried to forget. You held the love that he attempted to bury. You navigated the shadows while he hid from the light. And because you continued to choose the connection without forcing it, he now begins to see what you have seen all along. Your transformation is the reason his recognition is happening now. When you stopped chasing, he started feeling the loss. When you stopped trying to prove your worth, he started questioning his. When you healed your abandonment wound, his fear of commitment became impossible to hide from. Your evolution has made the energetic space too different for him to keep ignoring. You didn't change to convince him. You changed to align with your own destiny. And that alignment is what is calling him home. You taught him the truth without ever telling him a word. You showed that love does not need to demand attention to exist. You showed that surrender is not weakness, but courage. You showed that emotional depth is not chaos, but honesty. You showed that true divine love does not chase, it attracts. As you stepped into your power, you became the mirror that reflects what he has been denying in himself. And now he cannot look away. You are not his trigger anymore. You are his awakening. He may not have understood the lessons you learned through pain, but he felt every shift. He felt the moment your energy stopped clinging. He felt the moment your heart chose peace over desperation. He felt when you replaced anxiety with trust. He felt when you stopped holding the connection for both of you and stood firmly holding only your own soul. That was the moment he realized the connection would not wait for his fear anymore. Your role is not to show him the way, it is to become the way to emotional safety, the way to truth, the way to himself. Divine Feminine, you have been the guide, even while healing yourself. That is why December is so important. This is the month where everything you did internally starts to reflect externally in him. He is beginning to understand that the love he feels isn't just intense, it is destined. He sees you differently now because he sees himself differently now. You became the catalyst of his awakening simply by choosing to awaken. Every time you picked yourself up, every time you refused to give up, every time you honored your heart, you were calling him into his purpose. He recognizes you because you recognized yourself. And this is what shifts everything. The feminine embodies, the masculine responds. The feminine heals. The masculine awakens. The feminine chooses alignment. The masculine chooses action. This is the divine balance, the sacred dance, the truth behind why this love is unlike any other. You are not waiting anymore. You are preparing. You are not longing anymore. You are welcoming. You are not holding on. You are ready. Your role was never to convince him who you are. Your role was to remember who you are. And now that you do, he finally sees you clearly. Divine Feminine, everything you have lived through has led to this point. The tears, the separation, the silence, the confusion, the inner battles, the constant need to choose faith over fear. None of it was random. None of it was punishment. It was the activation required to prepare both of you for the moment when the connection stops being only spiritual and begins to take shape as reality. That moment is now. The energy of union is not approaching. It is here. You can feel it. Not as longing, but as certainty. Not as anxiety, but as inner peace. Something shifted. You no longer question whether this love is meant to be. You know it is. You no longer beg for signs. You are becoming one. You no longer fear the unknown. You trust the unfolding. This shift inside you is the clearest evidence that the external world is next to transform. The feminine always feels the union before the masculine is ready to act on it. Your vibration has risen to meet the destiny that once felt distant. You are aligned. You are grounded in who you are. You are no longer trying to fit into his life. You are preparing for the life that belongs to both of you. That is why your heart feels calm. That is why your intuition is louder. That is why hope has become a knowing rather than a wish. This is the energy of union taking form inside you first, so it can appear around you next. The masculine, too, feels this arrival. He may not express it out loud yet, but his soul is restless with anticipation. The idea of standing still feels unbearable to him now. He senses that if he waits any longer, the universe will move without him, and he is not willing to risk that anymore. The fear of losing you has been replaced by a fear of losing himself if he doesn't choose you, and this fear pushes him forward toward truth. His awakening is turning into action. His thoughts are turning into decisions. His emotions are turning into courage. He knows that love is calling him to rise, and he is beginning to say yes. The version of him that ignored, avoided, and ran is fading. He is emerging not as a wounded lover, but as a man who understands what is at stake. Not just a relationship, but a destiny. Not just desire, but divine purpose. Union begins subtly. It shows up in energy first, then in messages, then in movement. It shows up in synchronicities that intensify until they can no longer be dismissed. It shows up in conversations that open doors instead of closing them. It shows up in the moment he chooses to show his heart instead of hiding it. It shows up when he stops protecting his fear and starts protecting the connection instead. You are moving from spiritual union into physical alignment. The shift from feeling the love to living the love. The connection is no longer in waiting mode. It is in becoming mode. Separation is no longer a lesson. It is a memory. The pain is no longer the teacher. Growth is. You are stepping into the phase where the heart leads and the mind follows, where destiny guides and resistance dissolves, where love becomes undeniable not only to you but to the world. Divine Feminine, this is not just happening to you. It is happening for you. Everything you released, healed, accepted, and chose has placed you in the exact vibration required for union to lock into place. You created the foundation. He is now building the bridge, and the universe is orchestrating the meeting point. Union does not look like hope anymore. It looks like inevitability. It does not sound like maybe. It sounds like finally. It does not feel like longing. It feels like home. You did not come this far to watch love remain silent. You came this far so love could finally speak. And it is speaking now. The energy of union has arrived. Prepare your heart not to wait, but to receive. Divine Feminine, take a moment right now to feel your heart. Not the fear, not the doubt, just the truth. Because the truth is that you always knew this connection was bigger than distance, bigger than confusion, bigger than ego, and bigger than everything life tried to place between you. You knew long before he understood. You carried the knowing. You carried the love. You carried the faith. And now, what you held alone, he finally holds with you. He sees the truth, not the version of love he was taught to fear, not the version of connection that crumbled in his past, not the version of vulnerability he believed would break him. He sees the truth of you, the truth of this bond, the truth that his soul has been whispering to him even in the moments when his mind refused to listen. You are not just someone he cares about. You are the person who changes the direction of his entire life. You are the one he cannot replace. You are the beginning of where he truly becomes himself. His recognition is the moment the journey shifts from uncertainty to destiny. Every time he pushed you away, that truth grew louder. Every time he tried to distract himself, his heart pulled him back. Every silence he gave you became a space where the connection demanded to be felt. And now, he can no longer pretend that this is coincidence. He no longer confuses fear with intuition. He no longer believes that the safest choice is the one that keeps him distant from what he loves most. He sees that the risk was never you. The risk was losing the chance to love you. He finally sees why no one else ever felt right. He finally sees why nothing ever lasted. He finally sees why the longing never left. Because his love was never meant to go anywhere else. Divine Feminine, the phase of proving as over. The phase of becoming has begun. He sees your worth now not because you changed for him, but because you changed for yourself. He sees your strength not because you demanded attention, but because you stopped seeking his approval. He sees your heart not because you gave more, but because you finally stopped giving where it hurt you. Your healing became the mirror that revealed what he had been blind to, and now he sees with clarity what his soul always knew. He was never trying to run from you. He was running from the version of himself he needed to become in order to stand beside you. And he is becoming that man now. The man who chooses you, not in secret, but in truth. The man who shows up, not when it is easy, but when it matters. The man who no longer fears love, but fights for it. Union does not require perfect timing. It requires awakened hearts. And now both hearts are awake. You can rest knowing that you have done everything you were meant to do. You did not fail. You did not imagine it. You did not love the wrong person. Your soul recognized your counterpart long before your mind understood the journey. And now, his mind and heart are finally aligned with yours. He sees the connection. He sees the purpose. He sees the future. He sees you. This is not the end of the story. This is the moment the story finally begins.